No, they've got their own bathrooms.
Have they?
Yeah. Yep, they're sorted.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Hello, and welcome to Dictating Terms, another episode from Lockdown. My name is Nick Milligan. With me, as always, to my left is resident psychologist Joe Duffy. How are you, Joe?
Good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm hanging in there, keeping myself occupied. And, of course, we're here with the world-famous philosopher, the widely read philosopher, Mitch Power. How are you, mate?
Nick, Joe,
Mitch. Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by our new sponsor, which is the Pete Evans Biocharger, a product that every home should have. One in every room if possible, but if you can only afford one, that's enough. The Biocharger is a great product. Will kill every single virus known to man and woman. So, and anything between.
How much is it going for?
Only 15 grand.
Not bad.
15 grand.
Not bad.
It's a special deal going at the moment. And it looks funky as well. Great design.
Looks like a Dyson blender or something. Yeah.
If it had neon lights.
Yeah.
It's like a lava lamp crossed with a Dyson blender.
As long as it doesn't have 5G.
No.
Sending out a 5G signal. It sends out energy, but not 5G apparently. So
it doesn't use any G.
No.
No G involved at all.
Just the 15G to
15G
the outlay initially to get it. Yeah.
Yeah, 15G to get it, but well worth it. I mean, it kills cancer, AIDS, obviously the coronavirus.
Jews?
Yeah, Jews. If you don't like Jews, it'll kill Jews for you.
Keep you safe, whatever your concerns are.
Immigrants, hates immigrants.
Yeah.
It'll knock them off pretty quick.
feminists.
Feminist.
Yeah.
Oh, that was always going to happen. Yeah, and intruders, but even small house pets. So don't let the chihuahua near it, or don't have goldfish in the same room as it. But we'll kill everything. So yeah, thank you to the Pete Evans Biocharger for sponsoring us. As you can see, we're in a little bit of a different layout this time. Of course, for observing the social distancing laws, we're not above the law. So we are further apart. We've got Mitch at the kiddies table.
Here I am.
Down there.
It's good over here. I like it.
Yeah, you got your own little spot.
Yeah, I feel safe and comfortable. And
Yep.
Joe's got the aquarium up here. We've had to use it. Nick's been to the bathroom several times this morning. So I think Nick's done about half a bottle this morning.
Yeah.
But it's all about safety here at Dictating Terms. Yeah.
Oh, we take it very seriously, and like we do have that Dettol. That's worth a fortune now. You could nearly trade that half a bottle of Dettol for a Pete Evans Biocharger, available now from PeteEvans.com.
Long term, it's a better investment.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need Dettol if you have a Biocharger ever. It's like having a full body cleanse every time you walk in the room.
I was at a general store a few weeks ago, and they had these miniature bottles of hand sanitizer for like $6 for like 100 mil or something. And it's like that.
Isn't it?
I'd rather get coronavirus than pay that.
Yeah.
Like than just
On principle.
allow them to. Yeah, 100%.
Because you can get those little bottles you have on your keychain and stuff. I think they're handy.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know. Are you going through the hand sanitizer, Mitch? Because you were using it well before everyone. Really, you were ahead of the curve.
Yep. Yeah. Gee, that expression's going a bit overboard, isn't it? The flattening of the curve.
Yeah, are you sick of the flattening of the curve?
Oh. Drives you mad. And they get their hand going up. Flattening of the curve. It's like they've been told to do that by their people, the politicians. When you say the word flattening the curve, make sure you go like this.
Well, it's a catchphrase, isn't it?
It's a bit like Hitlerish, doesn't it? You be careful when you flatten the curve.
It's
that's
a little
two Jew references. I should probably stop.
I know that's a few. It's a little bit Heil-like, Heilish. You don't want to be heiling people.
But this thing, I heard a saying the other day, like, life's still got to keep going on. And this bloke said the saying, that it's like trying to kill an ant with a sledgehammer. Maybe what we're doing is going a bit overboard, and everyone's got to get off with up.
No, you're right.
On with their life, because the analogy that they used was we go 110 on the freeway, 110 k's an hour, but if we brought it back to 40 k's an hour, you're going to save lives, but it's not convenient to go at 40 k's an hour.
Sure.
So that's what they're saying. It's the same thing doing what they're doing at the moment. We're doing all these things, but it's not convenient.
We shouldn't be driving anywhere if you have nowhere to be.
No, but just yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's an analogy. You're making an analogy there. Well,
like,
some people would agree with you.
It's like the water. A couple of people are going to get eaten by sharks, but are we going to stop everyone from going in the ocean forever?
Yeah.
You know, so I thought that was not a bad point. That it's trying to kill an ant with a sledgehammer. But
yeah,
I think the bloke's got a point. There's probably somewhere in between the truth there.
A happy medium, you think?
Maybe just a hammer, an ant with a hammer.
Make it a fair fight. Give the ants hammers as well, and then they can take a few of their own ones out. Maybe
an ant with a toothpick. Maybe you'll be really, really precise and targeted.
Well, that seems like fair fight, doesn't it?
Yeah, just got to skewer the ant.
You only get one shot.
There's another saying it reminds me of. If you want to make an omelette, you've got to crack a few eggs.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that.
That's a good saying. I like that.
You like that saying, Mitch? Yeah, well, look, some people would agree with you, and obviously there are people already saying that we've gone overboard. I think it's a little bit, because it is unprecedented, we probably should have had a model or a plan in place, but certainly the government's pushing this particular level of lockdown to protect the more vulnerable, I suppose, the older corners of our community. What do you think about that, Mitch? Do you have a philosophy on how that could work? Should we maybe just lock up the elderly people?
Yeah, well, that's what Sweden's doing. I think Sweden's just life just goes on as normal, but the people that are in trouble or prone to the disease from dying, just lock them up.
Lock them up,
or just no, I won't say that. I was going to say die them off, like
smother them with a pillow.
But
well, there are people that are even saying that.
There's a big drain on society as it is, isn't it? No, I didn't mean that. Don't take that out.
No, we know you.
I was only do that to stir up. I didn't mean that. I love older people. I love the oldies. But I was just making
everyone loves the oldies.
Bit of light in this tough time. Bit of
gallows humour, Mitch.
Yeah. So sorry about that.
The funny thing with the old people as well is that typically they're the ones that more pay with coins and money. So they're the ones that they're not going to tap and go,
Very
are
true.
they? They've got to hang on, I've got a 20-cent piece here, I've got a 10-cent piece, and they're just spreading it around.
That's where the spread's happening.
Yeah.
That's all those piggy banks being broken open.
But Sweden's done a more laid back approach, but their death rate's a lot higher. Their percentage of death is like 8% or something.
Yeah, okay.
So it's all about flattening the curve so that it doesn't put a burden on the health system.
Yeah.
So whether long term, it's hard to say what the best approach will be. But Sweden's a lot of dead old people now, so if that's what you're into, go Sweden.
What do you think it'll do to the cruise industry? Well, it's not going to be good for a while.
I think they'll still keep making Mission Impossible movies, but I mean, in terms of ocean voyages, look, they'll be fine. Just be younger people. It's sort of a cyclic thing anyway. When you get to about 50, you start liking the idea of going on a cruise. So when we get to 50, we'll be on a cruise. They'll survive, I think. But they'll take a short-term hit, as has the hospitality industry. But yeah, look, I mean, we're already trying to work out at what point do we start scaling this back. It obviously is extreme. It's greatly affecting lives, people that work in hospitality in particular. At some point, things will have to start up again because I don't see them ever getting rid of this virus. It's always going to be getting around to some extent, isn't it?
They were saying last night, I read that they don't even know whether you can build up an immunity to it because some people that have caught it have basically had no antibodies afterwards and others have had a lot, so they don't even know whether a vaccine is going to be effective because some people don't even really produce the antibodies. Yeah. So
the show must go on, I think. I think you just got to, everyone take a few precautions, but, seen my mum the other day, she's very upset because she can't hold a grandson, so it's things like that you think, oh, Jesus.
Oh, it's definitely difficult. It's the trade-off, but obviously the reason we have this lockdown at the moment is if we can protect the more vulnerable in society, we should all play our part in doing that, which is why we're 1.5 metres apart.
No bingo at the moment.
No bingo.
No bingo.
The bingo industry's taken a hit.
Actually, Matthew McConaughey did a bingo from home. Like he called it. I don't know how it worked, but
it was over Zoom, I think. Did you see that? He hosted a bingo game with an old folks' home in his local community. There's about 20 people playing bingo with him online. He's a lovely man.
24.
Yeah.
25.
Legs 11.
How'd you go in that online Easter egg competition, Mitch? I saw you submitted a number out of 1 in 100 to win some Easter eggs from the Beresfield Bowling Club. Shout out. Yeah, number two, you guess. I don't know why I found it funny, but it's just like, guess number between 1 and 100, and he said 2. And I thought it's as good a number as any.
Yeah.
It's as likely as any.
2.
Yeah.
That's my favourite number.
All your bathroom breaks would confirm that, yeah.
But no, I haven't heard back from them. But it was nice of them to still do an Easter raffle.
So I missed this. So Beresfield Bowling Club were conducting an Easter egg raffle.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And you just had to guess a number, and they just say whether you got it or not.
Yeah.
First person to guess the right number.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Then I guessed the number. Then there was 369 numbers before me. So I'm thinking someone else has probably written 2. So I went through all the other 369 numbers to see if 2 was there, and it wasn't.
It wasn't. But no one went number 2.
Apparently, it wasn't the winning number either.
Well, toilet paper is a premium now, so I guess number 2s are probably...
People can't afford to go number 2.
No,
they just can't afford to do it. I mean, it obviously is Easter weekend. I didn't mention that at the top of the episode, but it would have been Easter weekend, but the Pope cancelled Easter, so there's no Easter festivities. What
did Jesus do he was born?
No, that's Christmas.
Up.
That's Christmas. Yeah, no, Easter's when he got nailed to the cross.
It was a rough weekend.
It was.
Wouldn't have happened with social distancing now, would it? You would have been okay. Nail yourself, mate.
He bounced back okay. He survived it. He died and then he came back again. Yeah. So that's why we have Easter.
Is that when he walked on the water?
I think he did that before the crucifixion. Oh. He walked on someone's swimming pool from memory, a house party, yeah. And he said, "Watch this," and he walked across the swimming pool.
And they said, "Crucify him."
Put him up, string him up.
Bullshit.
Now, what's that? Oh, I'm thinking of Jesus Christ Superstar. That's Walk Across My Swimming Pool. The King Herod song. Anyway, we don't have to go there. But yeah, no, so Easter is when they crucified him, and then about 3 days later, I think, he came back to life.
So what was he doing in those 3 days? He was just out of it?
He was dead. Yeah, he was in a cave, wasn't he? He was in a cave, and they came back.
Yeah, he was in a cave with a big boulder in front of it.
Big boulder. They came back. The boulder was had been moved. His body was gone. Ergo, came back to life. So
good on him.
Yeah. No.
Could have been a back door, though. I don't know. No one ever checked the back.
No.
Did you lock the back? Yeah, I think so.
How do you move the boulder? Well, maybe took the back door.
Yeah.
There's that screen door on the back of the cave that was left unlocked. But no Easter, unfortunately. But that's all right. I'm not a big Easter person anyway. Did everyone eat fish yesterday for Good Friday? Or Nope.
Bacon for breakfast, mince for lunch, and chicken bacon pasta for dinner.
Wow, that's a lot of protein.
Yeah.
It's actually more carbs than you usually have in a meal.
No, the diet's starting after the Easter long weekend.
Okay. Good time to have it. That's when your health will resurrect from the grave.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah.
Because, the way I'm going at the moment, we've pretty much got to get a defib in the house because anything could happen.
You get the Pete Evans, might do your deal with the shout out.
Well, if you have the biocharger, you don't need a defib. It does that for you. So it'll automatically sense you going into cardiac arrest, and it'll jumpstart you from across the room. It's an amazing device. Only 15K.
Also, it acts as like a kettle as well for your teas and coffees and things like that. Yeah.
If you walk into the room with a cold coffee, it'll heat it for you using radiation.
Yeah.
I'll have to look into it, boys.
And tantric vibes. Yeah.
Yeah. Plays funky sort of music. Like, wow.
It'll play George Michael when you walk into the room. How have you been going in lockdown, Mitch? Have you been sort of doing stuff around the house or keeping yourself occupied? All right?
Well, the thing is, I've been working, so I'm actually very jealous of everyone that's sort of doing these projects and stuff because for some reason it'd be good just to... I don't know. I think it's a good time to spend with your family and, just reconnect.
Sure.
But yeah, I've just been really getting in my minimalist sort of things and just throwing everything out. Just in a real throwing out stage. Even if I sort of like it, I'll still throw it out just for the love to get the feeling.
Yep.
I'm just getting in a bit of trouble because I'm not throwing out any of my stuff, but the rest of the families as well. So it's funny when you go and see them looking for things, and geez, that one's in the bin as well.
So your son Levi's playing with a truck. You're like, you don't need that, Levi. Out it goes.
Only bought it for his first birthday last week. It's in the bin already.
What's the Mary Kondo or something? What's
yeah.
Is that the name? Kondo. Oh, I should. Can we look it up? I don't know, but she does. That's what she does. It's a minimalist lifestyle.
Oh, good.
Does an object spark joy? And you've got to look at it, and if it doesn't make you feel joyful, you've got to bin it. Yeah, I think landfill's been filled up pretty quick on the back of that show. But so, what sort of things have you been getting rid of, and what sort of stuff are you keeping?
Oh, I'm just keeping maybe 3 dress shirts, 3 pairs of shorts, 2 tongs. Don't need 4 tongs anymore. Just anything
Tongs?
Tongs.
Like
Tongs.
barbecue tongs?
I love tongs. I've always loved buying tongs, but they've got to go.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 is probably too many.
Yeah.
Have you always sort of looked at tongs as a single-use object? You sort of use them once.
Well, Michael Jackson did that. He just used brand new plates every single meal he had.
Really?
Brand new plates and cutlery and just binned them.
I can't imagine Michael Jackson using tongs. Can you visualise him holding a pair of tongs?
With a barbie.
He was more
Yeah, just cooking a sausage on the barbecue.
Nah.
Did Michael Jackson ever use a pair of tongs? We'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
Actually watched the DVD him live at Bucharest in Germany.
Did you?
Last night, and there's never been a more famous person to walk the planet, I don't think.
No. Probably him and Jesus.
Yeah.
But only one walked on water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Jesus couldn't moonwalk, so...
No. Michael
But
Jackson probably would have moonwalked across.
You see people in the front seats just fainting, like
fainting, yeah.
out of just shock or the dehydrated, one of the two. Because the thing, to be up the front, you have to be sitting there for a long time. But
Sure.
it's just incredible to see him. He's just. I would love to meet Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Incredible man.
M-E-E-T, not M-E-A-T. Yeah.
Hey?
And probably not as a child. Maybe as an adult, you might have liked to.
You would have preferred to meet him as an adult.
Oh no, I don't want to go there, boys, because I've got too much respect for the man. But
Yeah, okay.
hopefully, none of those allegations were true. Otherwise, I wouldn't, like him at all.
No.
But in terms of his music and
yeah,
and the performance, just his dancing is amazing human.
incredible dancer he was. So getting back to the tongs. So you had 4 pairs of tongs, varying lengths.
Yeah, varying lengths.
Different materials.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, tongs.
Yeah.
Just the bigger the tongs, the better.
Yeah.
The longer the tongs.
Got some massive tongs.
Well, during this social distancing, it's probably handy to have an extra, few inches. Did you ever use 2 tongs at once, like double fisting, or did you just...
Double tong. Like a crab. It's like just 2 tong in it.
Nah.
Like a blue swimmer crab.
Nah, but I have got a massive pair of tongs.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
About 4 foot long, I think.
4 foot. So you can do it from the outside the yard. Just water in the garden, just turning snags from
You
across.
hold them like this.
Those are gardening shoes, Mitch.
Yeah, but nah.
So what tongs did you keep? What tongs did you get rid of?
One little sturdy tong and one the big tongs. The middle ones I got rid of.
The middle ones. You don't need the middle ones.
Nah.
Yeah, cut out the middle man. Cut out the middle tong. As my granddad used to say.
Nah, but there's nothing like a good tong.
Yeah, okay. So what else has been getting the cleaner? So you've cleaned out your wardrobe by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
You've got to have three dress shirts. Yeah, okay.
3 shorts, two gym outfits. Not that they probably ever get used. Undies, like just one pair of undies for each day.
For each day. I'm glad you added for each day.
The ones that got the actual days of the week on them?
No, I haven't done. Actually, I've got 8 pairs in case there's a mishap one day.
Good thinking.
No, I don't mean that. But,
yeah, fair enough.
How you going, Nick?
Oh, I'm all right. You haven't kept myself busy, been working from home on the couch in lockdown, watching a lot of movies. It's I've got no problem with it. I'm in
Surround sound?
Not surround sound, but you've got some big speakers. Yeah, I can get the walls rattling. Yeah.
And what's your most favourite car chase of all time in the movie?
Like the French Connection.
Yeah?
Yeah. One of the great car chases of all time.
I haven't seen that.
Gene Hackman. No, you'd like it. It's set relative modern day, no aliens, no sci-fi, no zombies. It's believable, Mitch.
Yeah, the Blues Brothers was mine. The Blues Brothers car chase. That was good.
That had the record at one point for most cars destroyed in a movie car chase. It's amazing. I forget what the actual numbers were, but it's a good car chase. Yeah. It's I've been going okay. Have you been going, Joe? You been doing anything around the house?
Yeah, I've been doing a bit of stuff around the house.
Putting up a red curtain there.
Put up a red curtain.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. Just because I can, I guess. Got to put things in places.
It just accentuates Mitch as part of the studio now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually like this new setup. It's still good.
You want to sit down there all the time?
Should we keep it?
Yeah, I think so.
You like being down there? Yeah. You don't like to be behind the bar. You like to be rather on the floor.
Have you boys, I know everyone's been drinking a bit lately, being in lockdown. Have you boys ever overdone it on the grog?
Yeah, I think there was one time I was intoxicated.
You would have been over the .005 limit.
I would say so, yeah. Yeah, it's probably 1. Whatever 1 is. I think I had no blood left in my body. It was just whiskey, yeah.
I remember the East Mountain Bowling Club, how you go with the straw and blow into the machine, and your reading came up, and everyone used to see how high their reading could get.
It's a competition.
Didn't they?
Who can blow the highest?
Yeah, right. It was free for a while, wasn't it? And then everyone's like, no, got to charge you for it because everyone's just going from blowing straws into it as a competition to see how drunk they could get. Not good RSA.
Yeah. No, I've had a few drinks, and as most people have. Mitch, have you ever overdone it on the slurp?
Oh, well, I consider myself a low to moderate sort of over the years, but I know there was one day I overdid it actually for BK's comedy show. Ben
Kelly, who's a fan of the show.
Yeah. And
has been on the show back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, he had no video, just audio.
That's right.
He was a guest. And
I remember usually my dad's a pretty laid back bloke, and if I have a couple of beers the next morning, I go, "Oh, Dad, did I overdo it last night?" He said, "Nah, mate, you're all right. You're all good." But this one occasion when I nearly fell at the side of a taxi and I got left on the side of the road, and I don't know.
We were with you, yeah. It was after, so BK did his first attempt at stand-up comedy, which went over very well.
Yeah.
He was very nervous, but he killed it, and we were all there, and then we kind of got on the drinks afterwards at the Grand Junction, and you started to show signs of intoxication, you might say. The projectile vomiting, things like that. That's a
bit of a sign.
Either that or you were demonically possessed. It's usually that, one of the two. But we hailed a taxi, and we said, "Mitch, you're going to be right. We're going to get you home. You'll be right." You said, "Yep, no worries." Got in the taxi. It drove, I reckon, about 2.5 feet, and you opened the door, started spewing out. So we said, "Sorry, had to pay the cabbie." Got you out again. We had a second attempt, second cab. We said, "You're right. You've spewed." You're like, "Yep, no worries." So we left the Grand Junction, and out the front of the Grand Junction is Maitland Station. There's a roundabout between the pub and the station, which then goes over a rail bridge, a car bridge. And we got over the bridge, so through the roundabout, got over the bridge, and you had the door open again, hanging out the door. I'm hanging on to you. And yes, he dropped us off on the side of the road, me and BK, at which point we had to call your dad. Yeah. We'd run out of options. So we had to wake up the old man. He would have been probably halfway through his sleep at midnight because he goes to bed quite early, doesn't he? About 6 o'clock or something.
6 o'clock, gets up about 3, but the next one, like usually Dad says, "Oh no, mate, you're all right." After I had a few the day before, but after this event, I got up the next morning, come to the coffee, and I said, "Oh, how was I like last night, Dad?" Dad said, "Mate, there's no sugarcoat in this one," and he just said, "So."
Yeah.
So that's sort of a saying now. There's no sugarcoat in this one. So.
Yeah, it's a good saying. It's been used quite a bit.
But so he was pretty straight up with me over an omelette that morning. So yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's one of those occasions when maybe just a couple of drinks too many. But we've all
we've all been there.
Oh, we've all done it. Yeah.
Just one time. That's all it was too, though. So that's all right.
You're otherwise been very responsible with alcohol, famously.
I don't. Well, sometimes you just got to go into your happy place, but sometimes you got to learn there's the time to stop too. So I think I'm pretty on top of it now. So
yeah. You've gotten better at knowing when it's time to tone it down.
Yeah,
slow it down.
6:05 in the morning. You think, nah, I'll wait till 7. No, I'm joking.
3 more drinks and I'm done. I've got to drive to work. I'm going to drive to work in 45 minutes. I better stop.
Yeah.
Jesus. You're going to get me in trouble here, boys.
Oh, no.
Do you think this podcast will ruin any political career ambitions that you've got, Jack?
Yeah, I think it already has, if it hasn't already. Unless I could get into one of those minor parties. There's probably a few of the fringe ones that would take me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One Nation for sure.
Probably. I'd have to change a few other of my policies, but yeah. They're not going to hold anything I've said against me.
No. You'd have to be a lot more extreme in your views, really. But
they'd have some things they could dig up here if they really wanted to throw us under the bus.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to think. Has anyone made any Jew jokes recently? I think we're probably in the clear. Yeah, look. Yeah, pretty much anything can end your political career these days.
Oh, yeah.
So
unless you're Donald Trump.
Well, true.
Donald Trump can get away a bit more.
That's true.
But we're not all Donald Trump, so...
No. So Trump has probably sort of set a new standard, really, for what you can get away with now. Everything pales in comparison. So,
have you got any political aspirations, Mitch, that you're worried about?
Oh, no, I think as soon as this podcast started, you pretty much draw a line through all political aspirations. But no.
We're not even allowed to vote anymore, are we?
No.
So we shouldn't let these people have cast a vote in this democracy based upon some of the things that have been said.
We've actually, the population's gone down by 3. They've just got rid of us. We're not even on the register.
Oh, that reminds me, I've got to do a survey for the Australian Bureau of Statistics before tomorrow night.
Really?
Yeah, they sent out a letter and said, like, you got to take part in this compulsory statistics form thing you do online. And I did it, but then they sent me another message saying your next one's due, and I didn't realise that you got to do one every month for 8 months. So
Jesus.
What's it on? What's the field?
It's just like household, so like how many hours you worked and that kind of stuff. So yeah.
So it's like a watered down version of the census by the sounds of it.
Yeah, kind of. But 8 months though. One Sunday a month.
What's the reward for that?
Nothing. Not a fine.
Not a fine.
Yeah.
So they pick you and you have to go
get randomly selected.
It's like jury duty, but you do it for 8 months.
Yeah. Basically. Yeah.
How long does it take you to fill in a...
look, about 10 minutes, but that's not the point. It's a principle. It's a principle. So, I don't know. But that reminded me, so thank you because I forgot about that.
That's all right.
Yeah, look, I don't really have any political aspirations, nor should I, really. No.
It's a dirty game anyway.
Yeah. It's not about trying to change the world, is it? They just get into it for a bit of notoriety, I think. I don't think any of them really care about helping others.
The career politicians, a lot of them.
That's it, yeah. It's about getting your face on the telly.
Nice big super, nice big pension at the end of it.
Oh, yeah. Nice fat pension. Absolutely.
Sounds pretty good, actually.
Go on a cruise.
Yeah.
Ruby Princess.
That's where all the polys should be at the moment, on a cruise. Yeah, on a cruise ship.
Well, it was funny when... it was funny because he actually got sick, Peter Dutton, when he got coronavirus. That was funny on its own, but also it was funny that no one else really got sick. Remember all the other politicians that he would have been associating with at that time? But
well, no one goes near Dutton.
No, that's the thing. That's what's so funny because you imagine them sitting around together and discussing, how to help and how to fix things, but they're probably not really.
They make Dutton sit at a table very much like this one, in the corner of the room.
Yeah,
yeah.
In Question Time, it's not actually Dutton; it's just a hologram of him, sort of like being cast from a different room, just placing him there because they don't actually want him in the room. Yeah,
I think they put a little speakerphone next to a potato and just set it on the end of the table. They just look at the potato as if they're talking to him.
What's that referring to? Dutton is a potato.
Yeah, Dutton famously looks like a potato. It's sort of a bit of a running joke that his head is very much like a potato. Got a couple of eyes in the front, and the rest is very...
He's very starchy.
Very starchy personality.
Nickname Spud.
Yeah, he was once cut up and deep fried, famously on national television. But he's very potato-like, and you know how much the public loves you when you get diagnosed with a serious illness, and it's just this outcry of laughter and joy. Really, it's just like unanimous. Like
it was one of the feel-good stories of the coronavirus, I think.
And everyone's just waiting for Trump to get it, which will happen at some point.
Yeah, well, he got tested a while back.
Yeah,
but he was not guilty, and it's only a matter of time. But who knows? I mean, maybe he's got a half-back chamber that he's just hiding out in or something, and
who knows?
We've got one of those Pete Evans
biocharger.
Yeah,
he would have one of them.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, but he'd call it the Trump biocharger, and he'd say he invented it, and he'd sell it for $30,000. Yeah,
and people would buy it.
Yeah. So have you guys have you been finding the trips to the supermarket when you have to make them? Which you were saying that you feel like everyone's a bit suspicious of you.
Oh, they all do. The 1.5 metre rule. I feel be walking there and then they're keeping a 5 metre gap.
Yeah.
But I just feel everyone is tense and angry. I come home from the shops and no one's smiling anymore. Everyone's looking suspiciously at you. No one's really trying to help each other out, like hold a door or give you a trolley or... no, it's hard to say.
It's every man for himself out there.
Yeah, it is. It's a Royal Rumble out there. And I don't know. I just come home feeling real tense, real like, everyone's just in it for himself. And So I'm going to start there. There's a bloke the other day, actually, he was nearly in tears because he didn't have any toilet paper, and I felt like saying, mate, just wait there, I'll go home and get a couple of rolls for you.
Yeah.
Get a bit of love back in the world, because it's madness. I think everyone's going to have a good hard look at themselves after this and see that we haven't handled this really well.
No.
I think when we do get our life back, we'll be a lot more grateful just to be able to go down to the beach or go get a massage.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll look forward to that.
Yeah.
I think that if that is probably true, then we'll feel grateful and we'll have to have a good hard look at ourselves. But if another one happens, we'll do the same thing again.
Yeah.
So we won't learn from it.
But the media's got a lot to answer for that, just the scare and the fear they're putting in people. So
the lesson here is to load up on the toilet paper when there's no pandemic. So going forward, you'll have it. And what you say, Nick, if you freeze it, it lasts longer. Is that the story?
Yeah, if you keep the toilet paper in the fridge, it won't go off. It lasts. You get a few more months out of it. It won't go stale.
Yeah.
So you can freeze it. It'll last longer. Yeah.
So clear out your Pepsi Maxes from the back fridge and your beers, toilet paper. Nice cold wipe in the morning.
There'd be something soothing about that, I think.
There would be.
You can snap it.
Yeah.
Very easily.
Just
snap one off.
Cut yourself with your...
Oh.
Yeah, oof.
A backdoor sort of a paper cut, yeah. But I will definitely be stocking up from now on. I've never thought about the toilet paper thing, and now if I get down to with only 12 rolls left for the rest of my life, I'll be like, ooh, running a bit low.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't have that. You really should have 60 rolls of toilet paper any time in your house. Really, if you're sensible. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of videos, you might have seen them as well, of people making their animals jump over increasing heights of toilet paper. They get no,
I haven't seen this.
Maybe 4 rolls, and then the cat will jump over it, or the dog, then they'll put another 4, and then they'll try and jump that, and they just keep going until they can't jump anymore, or they jump through it. Yeah. So it's not just coronavirus that they're hoarding it for. I think it's also for social media.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's like Best in Show, but with bog roll. It's like a dog show, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Mitch, you were saying that the media's been fueling this a little bit, spreading the fear. Have you found the media coverage of it so far?
Terrible. No, I just like coronavirus crisis. Like everything's.
You think they're beating it up a bit?
Beating it up, which is actually in turn making all this lockdown last even longer and creating this tension in the world, I think. Because people have just got to let their guard down a little bit, I think. Isolate the oldies and everyone just gets on with business.
Yeah.
That's what Sweden's done, like I said before. And, I just feel like we've got to get on with life at some point. And
where should we lock up the oldies, do you think? Just in their homes or in the nursing homes, or should we...
Oh, just wherever they're living at the moment.
Yeah. Any unused cells at Cessnock Prison?
Well, it sort of give them something to talk about.
It's for their own good.
You could entice them down. You could open a few of the cafes up at 5 a.m. and they'd all go down there for their 5 a.m. coffee and whatever as they do. Then when they're there, just lock them up, lock the doors.
Them
in. Yeah.
Might be an idea.
Just throw things through. Like give them a lot of Werther's originals.
I saw a woman at Aldi at Cardiff a few weeks ago that was asking about the catalogue, the Aldi catalogues that you get from the shop, and they'll deliver them to some houses, I guess.
Yep.
But she was asking the salesperson, like the cashier, with coronavirus, getting worse. Like I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to need to. So there's just someone at the door. I'm just seeing a figure at the door. That's really.
Is it?
Yeah, off-putting.
Someone trying to break into the studio.
Yeah, the police maybe, or coronavirus.
Yeah.
A Jewish man.
Yeah, maybe. It could be a Jewish man. Yeah.
Oh God.
Anyway,
they're onto us.
This woman was she was asking about the catalogs, and she was saying, "I'm going to be basically not coming down here in the future because of coronavirus. So, is there a way that you can still send me the catalog specials so that I can see the specials?" And the woman's like, "Well, you can probably get them online, but how is this woman going to get the specials if she's not going to Aldi? She just wants the catalog just to look at them and go, oh."
That's what I'm missing out on.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was because maybe she's going to send someone down there to get it, or she just likes to know what's going on.
Yeah, she derives pleasure from sort of the perusing of the bargains rather than actually spending money on the bargains.
I don't think she thought it through.
Yeah.
But she didn't want to miss out on that catalogue. So
maybe she's run out of toilet paper.
Yeah, maybe.
And she loves a good gloss sort of gloss finish to it. Yeah, yeah. But Mitch, in terms of the media, do you think they're being a little bit sort of patronising at all in their dissemination, or?
Oof.
Yeah.
Terrible. You get these B-class celebrities, these like from NBN News in Newcastle, and
Just to narrow it down.
They're there from home. They're looking at you, going, "Now, wash your hands, stay safe, just be kind to each other. We can get through this." It's like I'm a 36-year-old man. I don't need someone telling me to wash my hands. It drives me mad.
Yeah.
It's like you look after yourself and wash your hands, and I'll wash mine. But please, for the love of God, don't tell. But for Christ's sake.
And you've been sanitising your hands forever. You don't need someone to use proper hygiene.
I was a born hand sanitizer. It's all I know how to do.
Yeah.
Learn to wash your hands before you learn how to walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I do find that a bit frustrating. These people sort of preaching to you, mongrels.
Yeah. I guess they probably feel they've got to talk to the lowest common denominator. Maybe they've got to talk to the people out there who don't have any kind of personal hygiene and are kind of ruining it for the rest of us.
Well, the amount of times that you see those ads on TV about social distancing and hand washing and stuff, but the amount of times you go out and people aren't social distancing. I've had people like leaning across me at the supermarket to get things from like behind you, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Which is never good.
No,
even when there's a pandemic. It's bad when there's a pandemic, but it's bad anyway. Yeah.
If they did that to me, I'd just go and give them a real soft kiss on the neck. Like they want to push it to a level, I'll push it to the next level. Really,
Just sort of
we cough. You could
cough in their ear,
but then that's like terrorism now, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's considered. I think you get shot for coughing in public now.
I love how that's become a thing now, that it's this weapon that people are using against the police. Like, it just seems to have spread, much like the virus itself. But people, whenever they get like moved on from a public place, they start coughing in the officers' faces and saying they have coronavirus.
Yeah,
it's just a real stupid. But I know what I can do here. I can cough in your face.
I've been to, that's like I've been to the supermarket a few times, obviously, to get groceries and stuff. And it's like the second I walk into the supermarket and there's people around me, I start getting this like tickle in my throat. Like it's like a psychological thing. I mean, they're going, I need a drink of water. I can't cough. It's like when you know you can't cough, you just can't do it. And it just happens. And they're going, oh.
Yeah, I saw a woman at a chemist a few weeks ago that coughed. She was an older woman, and she was like, oh. Then she was so embarrassed. Like, she's just
yeah, terrible. Fuck. Yeah,
they're going to think I've got it.
Well, coughing is worse than farting now. You could just let a huge one rip in the middle of a pharmacy or wherever you are. Just drop your guts and totally like smoke the whole place out. That would be better than coughing, really, these days. Yeah.
I know when I'm driving back from Sydney, I do the Sydney run each week, and when I'm driving back, I'll get paranoid about the coronavirus. So I just keep swallowing all the time just to feel if my throat's sore or not.
Oh, okay.
On the way back from Sydney, I'm like, have I got any, you pretty much nearly talk yourself into having corona.
Yeah. You make it manifest in your body.
Yeah. Yeah. They reckon the more you're fearful of COVID, the
more likely you are.
You're going to get it, because your immune system actually
if you're stressed,
goes down a bit.
So when you're in the truck with the guys and you're just constantly swallowing, like, are you still talking and...
No, I mean, they're by myself.
Oh, you're in by yourself, okay. So you're not just some weird guy sitting in the truck just like looking forward and just swallowing repeatedly while they're talking about other things.
No, well, I've been known to do that at other points, like just any time in Sydney. If you feel like you're going to get it in Sydney, every time you step foot in that joint, it's like, this is a breeding ground for this thing.
It has been, yeah. It's been running rampant there. Yeah, you got to be careful.
The further you go out west, like we went out to Moree the other week, the less chance you feel like you're going to get it.
Yeah, for sure.
You get mad cow disease, though.
Out bush.
Yeah. Foot and mouth disease.
Yeah, well, Levi's got that.
Does he?
The hand, foot and mouth.
Hand, foot and mouth, yeah.
Oh, you mentioned that before. Yeah. So young Levi just had his first birthday in lockdown recently. He's got the hand, foot and mouth, which affects, I believe, mostly the hands, feet and mouth regions.
And your walking becomes unsteady. So that video that I had long ago when he looked like he had about 8 beers was actually...
He only had 4. but it was the hand, foot and mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that exaggerates it, right.
Yeah, so...
He was running around. He looked happy, though. He was running around the room. Is that the one with his hands in the air yelling?
Oh, no, that was other. Yeah,
oh, okay.
A bit, yeah.
So it affects your balance a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, poor little kid.
I get that every now and then, too.
Your officer, it's just the hand, foot and mouth.
Yeah, the hand, foot and mouth. Yeah. I caught it from a bottle of Jameson's.
Why don't the Chinese play cricket?
Oh. Why don't the Chinese play cricket, Mitch?
Because they ran out of bats.
Oh.
And One Nation, if you're listening. Like
Here we go. He's the candidate for Newcastle.
Yeah.
You can't make that joke, can you? I mean, well...
It's a Chinese virus, isn't it?
Well, that's what Trump's been calling it, the Chinese virus. It originated in... Well, actually, I was watching... it might have been on John Oliver, actually, but it was footage of a right-wing journalist in America, and she made the argument. She's like, well, it's not racist when you call Chinese food Chinese food.
No, exactly.
So why is it racist when you call the virus a Chinese virus?
It's like the Chinese man. I called him the China man. Like, you know...
Well, okay. That was racist because...
Was it?
Yes. Well, we discussed this on the podcast because you don't know he's from China. He could have been Korean, and you were calling him a Chinaman.
No, they're all distinctive. I can tell a Chinaman from a Korean.
A Koreanaman?
Every day of the week.
Not what a North or South Koreanaman. Can you tell them apart?
Oh, I doubt that.
Yeah.
But
if you can see the South Koreans, that's probably...
I can tell an Indonesian person from a Japanese person.
Okay, all right. Well, okay, so the guy that you called a Chinaman, which is a bad word.
Is it?
You can't use it.
I don't get it.
Very
I'm
out of date.
an Australian.
Sure. And he's a Chinese man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I really don't get it.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. And I'm sorry if I've offended anyone.
If you're arguing that you knew categorically that guy was from China...
Well, he handed me his passport.
I think the term Chinaman has
because you ran him over in your car and fell out of his pocket.
Looking for identification to tell the family.
You're trying to get his passport to send him back to where he came from, weren't you?
But the Chinese, you can't call it the Chinese virus because it's connotations.
No, well, I'm just stirring everyone up. That's what Donald Trump said.
They've been, I think Donald Trump is still calling it that, I believe, which is just... Look,
but it originated from China. But like that reporter said, it's not a race thing. You know what I mean? It's not a...
It's different connotations with calling it a Chinese virus, though. It's something that's killing people. Chinese food only kills about 0.5% of the population. This is killing about 10% of the population. So a little bit of a different thing. And unfortunately, people are being racist towards Asians. And
that's not right.
No,
they're good people, and they've brought a lot to this country.
Yep.
So, including the coronavirus.
But also honey chicken.
but honey chicken as well. Oh, God.
Sushi?
That's a Japan man. The Japan
so
man.
I'm running for mayor next year. Vote 1. Oh, God.
Vote 1 Milligan.
Calling it the Chinese virus is not good.
Good.
Yeah. We don't want to stoop to Trump's level. Some people are calling it the Wuhan virus, the novel Wuhan coronavirus. I think Pete Evans, our sponsor, has been calling it that. He said that the biocharger, a great product, will kill the Wuhan novel coronavirus, which it will, of course. It'll just knock it out instantly. The second you are near a biocharger, you are immune to coronavirus. But yes, no, it's ridiculous that people are being
no, it is
acting in a racially aggressive way.
Especially these guys are as Australian as we are. You know,
absolutely.
Some of the Asian people that live here now live there forever.
Yep.
So and they shouldn't be. You know, I think it's weird how people haven't been going to Chinese restaurants before this happened because something happened in China.
It's ludicrous. But it tells you a lot about how we think.
No one was going to Italian restaurants because they just had a big outbreak in Italy. So it's like, what the hell's that got to do with going and eating a burrito? Or
great Italian food. But
not a burrito. That's not Italian.
Do you think it's a conspiracy by... By big takeaway?
A big bit of cannelloni.
George Costanza.
It's in every country now. So what cuisine can we eat? You know, it's in Spain. We're not going to have tapas now because we're going to get coronavirus.
I can't go and have a meat pie down the street because...
No, it's in Australia.
You need some African food or something that's...
Yeah.
I mean, it's in Africa, but it's not quite as bad in some places.
We need more African restaurants. We've got a noticeable lack of them.
What do they eat, the Africans?
A bit of everything, I think.
They're big meat eaters, I think.
Yeah, they have a bit of meat.
Probably,
yeah.
Because they're big boys over there. They'd have to eat something
big
pretty
fellas.
strong. The strong, muscular physiques.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I imagine they eat pretty much what we eat. With a few variations. Obviously, some of them aren't eating at all.
Oh, Nick. No, you can't say that one. No, take that off. No, that's not good. That's worse than the Chinese virus.
I'm being serious. I wasn't. It sounded like I was being facetious, but there's a lot of starvation over there. So I was just, alluding to that. Anyway, I wasn't doing it to be a smart ass. Mitch, I'm out Mitch to Mitch.
What are you saying? There's not many, buffets restaurants over there.
No, the Sizzler chain is dead in Africa.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
We better pull it up, boys, I think. We're getting in trouble here.
I think, you know what happened? It all turned when you made that Chinese bat joke.
It did.
It was going so well until then.
Yeah.
And now, oh, God. But
But that's the truth. I had a bat. Like, that's...
Oh, look,
that's
I'm totally against that live animal market where they believe it originated from is horrible. It's horrible conditions the animals in, and that's a different thing. And
what do they say? Like, what people that don't think that one man can change the world never ate an undercooked bat. You know,
yeah.
That man that did that, I wonder if he knew when he was digging into that bat that he's causing a lot of
Well,
strife.
that's the risk they run.
Well, the theory that the bats passed it on to another animal, which is then passed it on to...
It was pigs,
humans.
perhaps, I think.
Or pangolins. That they
The pangolin.
call them? Pangolin, is that it?
See, why are you eating a pangolin? I mean,
what's
I
a
don't know.
pangolin? I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a little animal thing that kind of looks like a
Tender?
cross between an armadillo and an aardvark kind of thing. Do you know what I'm
tender?
talking? I think if cooked right, if you put them in the slow cooker.
Medium rare.
Yeah, yeah. But look, it is... that sort of animal trade is where these viruses will come from. But a lot of people in China would not be into that either. It's not like a widely accepted thing.
There's too many people to not everyone can eat cows because they can't have enough cows in the land to go and eat them. So that's why they've had to go to these extents to eat a rat or bat or whatever they're eating.
Yeah, they just got a bit of exotic tastes over there.
And that's all right, but it's when it starts affecting the rest of the world. And I'd actually like for China to come out with an apology. I don't think... I do. No, okay. I do. I think it'd be good if but they won't do that because of the because they're a communist, aren't they?
Well, I don't know if that's the... Well...
But they've got too much pride, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not sorry to anyone, so...
Well, yes, communist countries sometimes control the information or the dissemination of information coming out of that country. So they might claim that... Well, I think they are...
So what's this bloke's name if he's watching the Chinese
the president of China? I don't know his name.
Actually, I better be careful. They might knock me off.
They might.
Red curtain behind you looking very sort of China, actually.
Yeah.
It's like you're doing a bit of a propaganda.
Like that geisha poker machine.
Geisha's...
It's Japanese.
Japanese.
But yeah, again.
Well, you can tell the women, you can't tell the men. You tell the men, you can't tell the women. It sounds like we need to actually put that to the test and get some photos of all people with different Asian backgrounds and get them to recognise where they're from.
I hope we haven't offended anyone here. I haven't meant to if anything's been said.
No.
I'm not. All I said was that it did come from China and the president should make an apology. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right. You'd feel better if the country apologised.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, if I ran over some old lady's cat, I'd go and apologise to her.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Yeah.
I'd go and knock on a door and apologise.
So China...
So they've just destroyed every economy in every country. I don't think an apology is out of the question.
So figuratively, China run over your cat and you want an apology.
Well, they probably eat the cat because it's dead now. Anyway.
Oh, wow.
Don't put that in.
No, well, no, we'll cut all this for sure. It's definitely going in. But no, that is a good idea though to test Mitch, because if we showed you a photo of different Asian people and you can accurately guess which country they're from, then you could use the word Chinaman in relation to Chinese people.
All right, we'll do it next show.
Okay. Yep.
You boys organise like a picture and print it out.
Yeah.
And
we'll organise some pictures. Yeah.
And I'll have to
a slideshow.
Yeah, I'll have to. Bring the word like to the person.
Oh, you have to drag it. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. We've got like an iPad or something to. Yeah.
We're just going to hold them up and.
Yeah.
All right.
Just cards.
And you shout where they're from.
Country of origin. Yeah. And you'll go Korea, Philippines,
Wuhan.
Wuhan. Yeah. Then we'll get more specific. Which city in China are they from? Yeah. So. Oh wow. So yes.
Something to look forward to.
Please take all this with a grain of salt. Don't be racist towards Asian people.
No, don't. Terrible.
Keep eating Chinese takeaway, please. Support them. I know I will, and have been. Have been, absolutely.
And don't eat bat.
And no, well, don't eat bat. Unless you know where it's from. If it's coming from a qualified bat farm, we have a bat problem here. Like, we could be eating bats. They're everywhere.
The chicken chow mein might not be a chicken chow mein.
No.
Wait, bat chow mein.
It might be bat chow mein. All right. God. If you're watching this episode, we've had a long discussion about whether it's out, and we put it out.
Yeah. It's one of those hostage videos. Or like if you're seeing this, it means I'm already... Yeah, or a will. One of those will. Pauline Hanson put one out. Go back to the One Nation thing. If you're seeing this, it means I've been murdered.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So if you're
Have
seeing
we gone
this,
overboard here, boys?
Look, God.
I don't want to get... Well, maybe we shouldn't put it up.
No, we'll put it out. It's fine. I think we've...
Like, I don't want to offend anybody.
You've made some jokes. I think we've qualified it.
Yeah, but that's why we got to deal with this pandemic now, because it's that much doom and gloom. You got to look at the bright side, you know?
Yeah.
We're very grateful in the future once you get through this to have our old lives back, and it'll be good. Get
back to getting close to people, going to the beach, going to restaurants, and vilifying minorities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah. But the president's got to... I haven't done that, have I?
What, vilified? No, I don't think you have. I think everything you're saying is, while you've made some racist comments, I think it's come from a good place. I think people know that you're...
I'm not racist. Yeah.
We're more poking fun at racism by sort of parroting it in a...
Well, we'll put a line through this episode, eh?
Just like our political careers. I think we kind of prefaced it all by saying, well, we're not going to run for politics. I don't know. I might, who knows? Who knows what the outcome will be? Maybe by the time this episode comes out, everyone's died from the pandemic.
Yeah, no one left to see it.
No one has to see it.
Feeling a bit guilty here, boys.
Yeah, it's okay, mate. Don't stress.
That'll be all right.
No, you've been fine. Yeah, I mean, the bat joke,
it's just about Chinese cricket.
Exactly.
What's the name of when you bowl, like, is it...
Wrongin?
No, with like left arm, but it's like a isn't it like a Chinaman or something?
Yeah, that's the delivery of the Chinaman.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
You bowl left arm Chinaman.
So is it still called the Chinaman in modern cricket? Yeah, wow, okay.
Not in China, though.
Not in China.
Because they're all Chinamen.
They call it Australianman.
Well, the Chinese don't play cricket, remember?
No, because they got no bats.
Because they got all the bats, the wooden bats, the willow bats, and they ate the bats. That's what you were talking about, of course.
Great bowlers, though.
They've resorted to eating wood over there.
The kookaburras,
not a racist joke.
The kookaburra bats are particularly popular.
Oh, okay. Well, that's been Dictating Terms. I've been Nick Milligan. Thank you for being here, Joe Duffy.
Yeah, thanks. It's been something.
It's been an episode, that's for sure. The episode might continue. And thank you, as always, for being here. World famous philosopher, Mitch Power.
Thank you. President will be looking for the apology soon. Thank you.
Yeah. You really put a good case forward with this.
Everyone is staying safe and hygienic, and enjoy your lockdown, and we'll see you again soon.
Dear, we're in the shit, boys. Aren't we?